The pitch is looped toward shortstop. Petroselli's back. He's got it. The Red Sox win. Pandemonium on the field.
Welcome to the Great American Collectibles Show, brought to you each week by the National Sports Collectors Convention. Join us every Wednesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and get the latest news from the greatest experts in the sports collectibles world. You can watch us on the Great American Collectibles Facebook page, as well as YouTube, or you can listen to us on Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, or any of your favorite podcast platforms. And now your hosts, award-winning sports collectibles author Tom Zappala and Boston radio personality Lou Blassie.
Boys, how are ya? Charlie Boy, Charlie Parino.
Hello.
KRI Cards in beautiful Florida. Welcome to the Great American Collectibles Show. Tom Zapp, my co-host Lou Blassie, radio sports personality.
Personality, yeah.
Louis, you're keeping busy these days, huh?
I'm keeping very busy these days.
What's going on with Sirius Radio? Are you in? Is the season in, out? What's going on with that?
Season is out. Basically, July 4th, they turned to football, and I made a mistake like 15 years ago saying no one would take an analyst on both football and baseball, and just decided to stick with baseball. Biggest mistake, my biggest career mistake.
Hey, by the way, this kid Curtis Mead is off to an auspicious start with the Red Sox, huh?
That's so Red Sox.
It's like, Charlie, so the Red Sox, they traded a really good pitcher, potentially really good pitcher for their new starting second baseman who has 17 home runs at this stage of the game. Kid from the Nationals, Curtis Mead.
Which, by the way, tripled his career numbers.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody that leaves the Nationals has a great career elsewhere.
Right.
They're going to trade. What are they going to trade? Those other two guys they have now?
Right. So anyways, he made his debut last night on the West Coast. First at bat struck out, which is fine, no problem. Second at bat, he gets hit on the wrist, and he's out. Potentially, he could be out for a while, but we don't know that. Anyway, okay, we have a good show. A lot going on this week. This is a national week. We are actually, Lou, is the show going to air tonight or tomorrow night? We're going to air it on Wednesday.
Tomorrow night,
right?
Yeah. Wednesday.
So this really Tuesday. We are recording the show a day early because Ellen and I have to head out to the National in Chicago.
No, that's not why we're recording the show early.
Well, yeah. Plus, they're putting in a new rug.
They're tearing up my studio tomorrow.
Good timing to tear up the studio.
Louis,
I found out about it yesterday afternoon. So,
Louis, did you pick out the rug?
No, I didn't get a chance to pick out the rug. No.
Have you seen it?
No, I get no idea. I'll see it Friday, I guess.
But you know what you're gonna hate? You're gonna hate that. You know that smell of new rug? It always hangs around the house for a couple of weeks. Right. Yeah, you're gonna have that smell of new rugs.
But I was wanting to do 3 shows, and it's like there's people in my studio just taking cabinets out and stuff like that. It's like you gotta work here.
So funny.
Charlie, speaking of new rugs, you're in a new studio. Tell us about it, because I'll tell you what. We love your studio, your old studio. Rico and I have been there several times. We had a great studio, but tell us about it.
Well, the other studio was a 2-level facility. So upstairs was the studio and downstairs was pretty much the corporate legal offices and everything. It was just getting too tight, guys. We have over 300 products on our site. And our inventory room was getting tight. It was getting very claustrophobic. So we moved a couple blocks away here in West Palm Beach and doubled the size of the facility. The studio is almost off to the side, so nobody else working there gets affected. The show's pretty loud. The show's loaded with energy, and we go from 5 to about midnight, 6 days a week, and soon on Sundays. But double the space. Everybody's got their own office, and a lot more good quality work's getting done. And the shipping room tripled in size because, as you know, we have a lot of customers. And
your shipping room was pretty small.
Nobody understands that the show's the show. The ripping's the fun part, but it's the back. Like you guys know from the studio, it's the back end. It's the shipping. It's the listings. It's the technology, the marketing, all there, and it's a great improvement. We've been there about 2 months now, a couple blocks away. I used to stroll to the office. Now it's pretty hot walking this heat. I'm walking. I did a show the other night, and I'm walking to the studio. It's about an 8-minute walk. I almost had to go there and take a shower. It's hot.
Well, I mean, for our viewers, prior to Charlie moving, Charlie has a beautiful apartment up. What floor were you on, Charlie?
7th floor.
So you're on the 7th floor of a high rise, and the studio was on the 1st floor.
Yeah, so I had a commute on the elevator ride, which was
Right. So that was pretty cool. But Charlie, if I recall, your new location is down there. What was the name of that pizza joint we ate? That was fabulous.
Adrian's Pizza is right across the street, which I'm going to gain a couple pounds there, so I better
Well,
start.
hold on. You got Adrian's. You got Bellagio is right down the street there.
City Place is there. I walk past. Here's the problem. I walk to the studio every day, and I pass Italy, which we had lunch there.
Italy, where we had lunch there.
And I don't know what it is. I can walk right past it, but I just somehow make a right, and I'm bringing home cheese or gelato every day. I'm coming home with an Italy bag. I almost have like an Italy side kiosk here. I got to stop eating their cheese.
And by the way, you're right right there next to, right by the Heritage auction.
I pass the Heritage off every day, and personally, I have some stuff I drop off there, some packs and non-sport items of my personal collection. And I do a lot of buying from Heritage also, but it's great that they're right there. And we tell our customers if they ever want to pull a card after it gets graded, submit it to an auction house, that we can just virtually walk it over to Heritage. Because I don't know what's going on with the mail system too, but a lot of packages are getting lost, and the tracking. It's been crazy. I don't know. Summertime mail. I don't know. Maybe there's a little issue there, but for the most part, it's pretty decent. But yeah, us, Heritage, and pizza. I mean, what else more can you ask for?
Yeah.
So we broached the subject, and I'm kind of fascinated. Before we get, I don't want to get us too derailed, but tell us about your personal collection and non-sports stuff, because I love
Mostly non-sport. I got Civil War. I got Munsters. I got these rare packs. Good Guys, Bad Guys with Billy the Kid in there. Oh boy, so many. I got some other things behind me. I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to consolidate, because this business, all you do is keep buying. It's so hard to sell. You have an emotional.
You got any Three Stooges?
Yeah, I got actually. There's 16 Three Stooges from 1959. Richard Cohen. I think there's 16 left. I spoke to him a couple weeks ago. He's got 2.
He's still alive.
He's still alive, Richard. Yeah, Richard's doing great.
You know who he is, Louis, right?
No. Do I?
Richard Cohen remember Adam Cohen?
Yeah.
That's Adam's dad. Richard is the one that owned the canceled check, the contract, the Babe Ruth contract.
Oh, that we get the checks from that we saw.
Yeah, one that we did the signing with at the Garden.
Yeah, we did a book signing at the Sports Museum at the Garden, Charlie, and the 2 checks were there signed from the Red Sox to the Yankees for Babe Ruth. It was
Wait, they didn't cash these checks all these years?
And actually, at the time, I think Richard has since sold them, but Richard was a huge Stooges.
Oh, he had the top 20 sets on the PSA registry. He had contracts, autographs, their license, birth certificates. I don't know if he was a Stooge stalker, but he had everything there.
Birth certificates? Are you kidding me? That's why.
Oh yeah. Some really cool stuff, and nobody knows more about the Stooges than Richard Cohen.
But Tom, we talked about this a while back. This conveyor belt of trading cards. Actually, a couple weeks ago, somebody goes, "Oh, trading cards, sports cards, are they still around?" I'm like, "Yeah, since the 1860s. They haven't gone anywhere." Sports cards. But as the conveyor belt goes, and you talked about the T206, as the new generation comes, the Cooper Flag people, the Wemby people, the Otani people, collectors, there's so many more. It's almost like TV. Like the Stooges were really big, but they're hardly on TV anymore. There's 800 channels, and you got to go to YouTube to watch them. But
the only time we get them up here, at least, correct me if I'm wrong, Louis, is one of the local stations does a Three Stooges marathon on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
That's about it.
That's what they do.
Station does Twilight Zone.
Oh,
So
right,
I'm
the Twilight Zone
back and
too.
forth between Twilight Zone and
I do the same thing. I do exactly the same.
We're
thing.
old guys, right? We all admit we're older, and I speak to a lot of our hosts in our office. We got 4 different hosts now, plus me, so we're a total of 5. And I ask these guys, "You ever hear the Three Stooges?" They're like, "I think." I'm like, "You think?"
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I bring up songs or movies. We had a pop culture box with Clint Eastwood. I go, "You guys know Clint Eastwood?" I go, and they looked at me like I was like from.
I know,
another-
and you know something. It hits you right, and you're 1,000% right. It hits you right between the eyes because I've asked my grandkids that, and my kids. You know, it's like really, it's a little depressing when you know. We were talking about entertainers. You know, talking about the best. I don't know, entertainers and bands and singers.
Mhm.
They didn't half the people like just singers.
They were
You know,
oblivious.
like my son-in-law Dan. Now he's no kid. Never heard of Dean Martin.
Oh, come on.
I swear to God.
You grew
I
up
said,
Italian.
what? He says, wait a minute. He was a singer, right? But he was unsure of himself.
Now, my job at the sports book, all all the kids around there, I'll mention a piece of music or something will come up on the casino playlist. And it's like, you know who this is, right? And they look at me and go, I have no idea who this is.
Exactly.
It's like Journey, you know.
You know, we're the golden age of cinema with all those great actors. And we'll talk. Let's not go Humphrey Bogart and those guys. Let's go Pacino, De Niro, and Pesci. They're not going to be replaced. They're replacing them.
But you know something? They're going to be forgotten because I guess I'll tell you right now, they're going to be forgotten. Who was it that was telling me? Oh, we were talking to one of the. Oh, I know who it was. It was what's his name? Dan Wolken. I was talking to Dan Wolken from Memory Lane, and this was off the air. We were talking on the phone. I think it may have been before we went on the air. And do you remember what the hell was his name? Glenn Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn Ford, great actor, right?
Yeah.
Great actor. Won Academy Awards, right? His son brought all of his memorabilia, everything to Memory Lane, and he said, nobody remembers my father. Nobody remembers my father as an actor. Now, Glenn Ford was a very good actor, and as I said, he won an Academy Award or two. But that whole generation, they're gone. You know, I mean, Bogart. My grandkids wouldn't know Humphrey Bogart from Humphrey whoever. It's just
advanced a little bit. Let's go Steve McQueen, Robert Redford, and some great actors. I mean, they're on a conveyor belt. And the actors of today, they're around, but they're not really highlighting anymore.
Well, let me ask you this, Charlie, though. I mean, this is a good segue into one of the questions I was going to ask you. Let's talk vintage. Let's talk modern. Let's talk ultra modern. You're involved heavily with all of that stuff. Are you seeing a decrease in the vintage market with the cards or the access to the cards? Or because, I mean, everybody tells us vintage is strong, and the kids, a lot of kid investors are starting to gravitate towards vintage. Are you seeing any of that?
We're pretty much across the board. You know, our shows are all, we have packs from the 50s all the way up to 2025, we'll call it 2026. What we've seen a little drop off in vintage, but our big core is we're calling it mid-modern now. And that's right about the 96 Kobe beginnings up until the Jeter rookie cards in 93, 2000 Brady, 2003 LeBron. We're starting to see it, and it's not just Brady's rookie card. There's Topps Chrome of Brady, 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not like five-figure cards, but maybe in the gold or red refractors. But a lot of good mid-modern guys. Nobody can afford Brady's rookie card. The average collector, we're trying to bring back the middle class. But the vintage remains strong. I mean, I opened up the other night, a 1971 basketball pack, pulled Willis Reed and Bob Lanier. And I'm talking to some of the younger guys probably watching. And like, do they know who Bob Lanier is anymore? Or is it just me? Or, I Bob Lanier.
That's a great question. So what about, everybody knows pre-war stuff is real strong, always has been in the vintage market up till the 50s. What about that gap in between the golden age and today? I'm talking
what years?
Well, I'm talking 70s baseball, late 60s, but early 70s baseball, guys like Rod Carew, guys like Robin Yount, George Brett, those mid 70s guys, Jim Palmer. Did things kind of pass them by?
No, because some of those guys are in the late 70s. Nolan Ryan's in through the 80s. I just did a listing on our 82 baseball. His card in the 82, the junk wax era, is I think $7,000.
Hmm.
Wait, let me check. 70, 82 baseball, 82. I tell you, go to our site and you can see all the dynamic listings of these players. 81, 82, 83 is not junk wax anymore.
Right.
I hate to say it. The 82 baseball, Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, 83 baseball also. But, here it was the 81 baseball. Kirk Gibson's rookie card, but Nolan Ryan sold for over $10,000 in an 81 baseball PSA 10. And that's really
crazy.
something that we're trying. It's one of our charity packs up there, and it's great.
Very good.
I've always assumed, Charlie, that there's kind of a Venn diagram in this whole equation between age and nostalgia. In other words, when people get into their 50s and have money to finally spend on this stuff, it's the players that they grew up with that are going to become more valuable. This is going to be a wave as the money kind of ages, right? Do you find that to be true?
Yeah, people who grew up in the 50s, but we're starting to lose that core audience. A lot of certain people, as they get older, they have other interests in what they do. 50s, it's hard to find 50s packs anymore. We're going to list the 1947-66 exhibit pack for our Ripomania this week.
But if you're 50 now, and if you're in 50 now and at the bulk of your earning or your savings or whatever, and you're at the high point, you grew up with what, late 80s type of players?
I grew up during the 70s, the 70s guys. I was a big Yankee fan growing up in the 70s. I know George Brett, that's my wheelhouse. Playing wiffle ball and stickball and watching my heroes of George Brett and seeing Nolan Ryan. Boy, I appreciate these guys a lot now than back then. I turn over the card. Tom knows I get into the cards more, and I turn over the back of the cards, and maybe a player in the 70s that we never heard of, and he has a lifetime batting average of like 290. We're thinking, who is this guy? This guy would make $100 million a year today. No one hits over 300 today anymore. It's crazy how these players really played their hearts out. Pete Rose is another one. Just a videotape of what this man did and how his record will never be beat. That all-time hit.
You know something, Charlie? We talk about that a lot on this show. How, and I mean, you guys, you're into it. You guys rip every day, every night. It just seems as though, again, there is some on the modern stuff. There's an element of gambling because, we call it manufactured rarities. We've talked about it a million times, and all of a sudden that Wander Franco card is not worth anything anymore, or that Zion Williamson card is not worth anything anymore. I mean, there is some speculation and a little hint of you're taking a gamble in some cases, correct?
There's always a risk in buying some of the guys that are unproven, but people always do that. They love the chase factor. Ben Rice selling at record highs. I saw a trivia which card sold for the most. They had some legendary Yankees, but it was the Ben Rice card. It's fun because you can root for these guys. This guy, the Miz, how can you compare anyone to Nolan Ryan? But 185 strikeouts in 120 innings or something. I get it. That's all good stuff. And you want to start maybe dipping into some of the rookie guys that are out there. Your Red Sox are loaded with some rookies, and
and that's what the kids look for. They call them chase cards.
Chase cards,
and the manufacturers they are doing a good job with that. They'll make thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of packs or cases, and they'll have that one chase card in there. You know what I mean?
One chase card,
and that's what the kids are looking for. But it's kind of interesting. I've seen it a million times, and I find it kind of sad. They have a ripping. You've been to the National, Charlie, right? Okay, so they have an area where it's kind of like a ripping area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is I see these kids, buy a box and rip open a pack, looking for that chase card. They don't find a chase card. You know what they do? They throw the cards on the floor.
Oh, that makes my stomach
the cards on the floor, and they leave. They have no use for the other cards, unless it's that chase card, or if it's a common, forget it. On the floor, and they leave it.
It's horrible. I mean, maybe they should just make one card packs if kids aren't going to start collecting them anymore. It's kind of sad in a way.
Yeah.
And you can think if you're looking for the chase card, but as you throw away some of the other rookies that no one ever heard of, maybe in 3-4 years, how many people were throwing away Sam Darnold's rookie card? Now the guy comes back and wins the Super Bowl. Not for nothing. If he wins another one, he'll have two. And
That's a great point.
Enough. Do you go back in your trash can and get Sam Darnold out of there? We joke all the time.
Right?
Don't throw anything out. This is it's your permission to hoard in this business.
Is. All right, listen, we're going to take a break. Charlie Parino's in the house. When we come back, we're going to talk about Ripamania.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
is Ripamania like WrestleMania?
Kind of anything mania, but we're ripping, not wrestling now. But
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Charlie's with us for the whole hour. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
Perfect.
1996, Brian Drent and the staff at Denver's Mile High Card Company have led the charge in the collectibles hobby. Mile High is a full-service dealer specializing in buying and selling cards and offers a competitive consignment program for all collectors. Whether it be their computerized want list service, appraisals, or auction services, Mile High has it all. If you've been searching for a company with a selection of high-grade vintage 1888 to 1970 baseball cards and memorabilia that shares your passion, aim high, Mile High. Go to milehighcardco.com or call 303-840-2784 for more information.
This is Brian Drent, president of Mile High Card Company. Is your sports card and memorabilia collection properly insured? For easily replaced personal property, homeowners insurance is all most people need. But for prized possessions that you may have spent a lifetime collecting, it doesn't go nearly far enough. Collectibles Insurance Services has been insuring for over 50 years. They offer a full range of protection and a $0 deductible at an affordable rate with no appraisals required. I know because they insure my collection. If you have a minute, go to collectinsure.com and learn more about insuring your personal card or memorabilia collection.
Hi, this is Dan from Memory Lane Auctions, here to remind you that the renowned Memory Lane Collectibles Company has served as a beacon of light to the collecting community for the past several decades. Indeed, folks, it has been our utmost privilege and pleasure to provide the most enthusiastic collectors with an abundance of the finest sports cards and memorabilia for America's most coveted sports personalities via our world-class auctions. Whether you choose either a private sale transaction or the auction route, Memory Lane cordially invites you to reach out to us to maximize the value of your prized possessions. Also, it is not just sales that we pride ourselves on being the best of the rest. Because if you are seeking a particular keepsake for your esteemed gathering, we will be relentless in our quest to find that special piece to fulfill your collecting dreams. So no time to wait. Reach out to us today for the purposes of capitalizing on our unparalleled marketing capabilities. Simply pick up the phone and dial 877-606-5263. That's 877-606-LANE, or find us on the World Wide Web at www.memorylaneinc.com. Now is the time for your valued consignment to ultimately become another one of Memory Lane's record-setting prices.
How would you like to own the bat that was used by your favorite player when he hit that towering home run or game-winning base hit? Now look no further than JT Sports, specializing in the sale and authentication of professional game-used bats. As the official authenticators of professional model game-used bats for PSA DNA, JT Sports will guarantee the authenticity of any bat purchased from them. JT Sports also buys and sells game-worn uniforms, gloves, and baseball equipment. The unique quality of the collectible is what JT Sports is all about. Give them a call at 609-487-8003 or check them out at GameUseBats.com.
Okay, we are back. Before we get back to Charlie and talk about Ripamania, I want to take a minute to tell you about our series of award-winning sports collectibles books. Over the years, Ellen and I, along with longtime hobby legend Joe Orlando, fantasy baseball host, our own Lou Blasi, sports columnist John Mallory, and a cast of characters, we've been incredibly fortunate to win a total of 12 National Book Awards, including the prestigious Ben Franklin Award, one of the highest honors in the independent publishing world. We're especially proud of these books because they're filled with amazing stories and just some really cool information on cards, memorabilia, and the like. If you'd like to add one or even the entire collection to your library, just visit tomzappalamedia.com. I really think you're going to love them. And as a matter of fact, I think a couple of them are on sale. We periodically put books on sale. So if you're into it, you're into collecting, tomzappalamedia.com. As we've talked about, Ellen and I, along with Leighton Sheldon, Joe Orlando's been a big help. We are in the process of our final book, Legendary Finds and Sports Collecting Treasures, that will be released, by the way, a year from now at the National. The book launch is going to be at the 2027 Nationals. We're pretty excited about it. Speaking of which, we are going to be at the National. We're going to be broadcasting on Friday of this week from the Burka stage. Stop by and say hi. The Burka stage is on the second floor, Hall G. I think it's near the Fanatics gig. We're not sure. But stop by. We're going to be on from 1:30 until 2:45. So we're looking forward to it. We got a cast of characters, some of the great auction guys. Gordy Bonkers from Bonkers Cards is going to be co-hosting with me because Rico is not going to be coming. Rico's got a couple of Red Sox gigs. So we hope you stop by and see us. All right, Charlie, let's talk about Ripomania. What is it all about? Tell us about it.
Well, it's our second Ripomania, so we'll call it Ripomania 2. We do it smack in the middle between the Fanatics Fest and the National. We're all perfect timing for sports cards. We're in the sports lull right now. Outside of Wimbledon, the World Cup, which was crazy, we're in that sports quiet. And it's actually, the trivia is there's only 2 days a year where there's no football, baseball, basketball, or hockey on. And it's the day before the All-Star break and the day after. And don't get me going on the All-Star game because I watched some old All-Star games from the 70s and different game.
Yeah. The All-Star games today, that's more like WrestleMania than baseball.
Yeah, it's just do a sign and show or have a video game. Have these guys play a video game of the game and it could be more enjoyable. But Ripomania, it ends actually. We have a counter on our site, 4 days and 11 hours. We're giving away over 15,000 in prizes. We were at the National before. We opened up a 1961 Fleer on the stage in Atlantic City. That was really fun, but we're more online and ripping, so it's hard to rip without bringing packs there. Things are being sold out on a consistent basis. We're going to do something at the West Palm Beach show. We're going to try it, and if it's successful, we'll be at the National next year trying to maybe bring 2 of everything and just list those like a special.
Charlie, I'm really glad you mentioned that because let's talk about the West Palm Beach show if we could.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to, we've been there a zillion times. It's a good show. It's getting bigger and bigger. I think that would be a great place to do a simul broadcasting with JRI Cards and the Great American Collector. I mean, we're down there all winter.
Yeah, it's in November, I think, right?
Yeah,
November?
yeah. Well, no, I think they have 2 now. They're having one in November, and I think they're having another one in March. I believe it's March, and we're there until May. So we should look into that.
Yes.
And do a show together.
Can we do a show? Can we do a show from
No,
Two
no,
Drunken
no.
Goats? I'll be down there.
I remember when we did that. We went to a bar somewhere up north, and I gave away a New Card Scoop baseball pack. I think back then that pack was like $200. I think one just sold for like $1,200.
Where was the bar? Do you remember?
It was between Hero and Rico was up north.
That was at that dive in up in Sebring. That was in Sebring, right near the racetrack.
And I'm opening up a New Card Scoop that's extremely rare.
And Charlie, by the way, I still remember you were a big help to us when we did the fundraiser for the
We
Children's
one
Cancer Fund.
the Cancer Fund, and we did one at Boston's on the Beach. Yeah, we were there.
We did one for the Jimmy Fund and one for little. What the hell is it called? Little
the little
Sprouts.
tykes or little kids.
Yeah, yeah. We did, and that was a great auction. We raised about we raised about 20 grand in about 2 hours at the.
That was great.
Yeah,
all
that was
the
a good. That was a good.
memorabilia. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And you know who the biggest buyer? I don't know. This is kind of a little sidebar. You know who bought the most? You know what I'm talking about? The one that we did at County Line Pizza. That was the second one. You and I, you did the auction with me. You co-hosted. You were my co-auctioneer, and you know who bought not the majority, but who bought a large amount of memorabilia that day?
No, was he anonymous or?
No, well, no, because she was there and he was there. Caroline Levitt and her husband Nick.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, they were buying up everything. That was great.
Nick bought up a bunch of stuff. He's a big collector, and Caroline was there. And of course, the rest is history with Caroline. But anyway, we had a fun day. So let's talk about Rippermania. How does it all work?
Rippermania, every $100 you spend, we've been doing it for about 2 months now. Every $100 you spend anywhere on JRI cards gets you 1 entry, and Spectacle Breaks get you 2 entries to win on there also. We're giving away first place a 1970 PSA graded wax pack from 1970 with Wilt Chamberlain on the back. So one lucky winner is going to get that pack. I'm going to open it up that Sunday, August 2nd, and they're going to get 10 tall boy cards, pack fresh, 1 guaranteed being Wilt Chamberlain. And people are very excited. It's going to be a phenomenal giveaway. And then we're giving away a lot of points, $300 break credits, $150 break credits. And all you got to do is spend $100 to get 1 entry. And I tell you, we've done this in the past where 1 entry, sometimes that person wins. It's remarkable, but you got to be in it to win it. 1970s, that second year of basketball after 69. They didn't make anything since 61. There's some really nice cards. It was Lou Alcindor. His card is the big one in there, but we're guaranteeing Wilt Chamberlain. So that's our Rippermania main event giveaway. And then we have a shot pack giveaway. We have about 198 shot packs on site, and every $100 you spend on any shot packs gets you 1 entry. And we're giving away a first place is going to be a 2003 Topps Chrome Basketball Hobby Foil pack, which may contain, of course, LeBron James. And his prices, love him or hate him, have been climbing. Some cards in that box have doubled since then. We're also second place is an Excalibur from 2014. That's the second year Kaboom possibilities there. So it's great that as you're ripping with JRI, you have a chance to win a Tom Brady pack. Let me see what else here. Derek Jeter pack, some baseball, some Ovechkin and Crosby hockey packs. We call it the hockey hat trick. All the details are on the site. On the JRI website, but we're giving away a lot of packs. Maybe a chance to pull Tiger Woods. So it's another layer. You rip, and then maybe you get a chance to get a free pack to rip some more. And then we have a JRI Plus membership. If you're a JRI Plus member, you get a lot of perks. You get discounts, double reward points. We do membership giveaways. But if you're a JRI member, also that same $100 will get you an entry to. I'm giving away 5 cards this year. One's a 59 mantle. There's a 2003 Ultra LeBron card. We threw a Gowdy in there because you have to throw a Gowdy in there, Mickey Cochran. And then we got a Pete Rose 69 and a 2000 Skybox Tom Brady PSA 8, PSA 7, some good cards. So a little extra layer to help, give back to our JRI Plus members and all the community out there, whether you're a member or not, to get involved. And people are very excited. They're buying anyway. They don't need this to buy, but we like to give it to people and continue ripping. We'll be live Saturday all day. I'm going to open the show 12 o'clock Saturday till 1, and then 3 other hosts will do the show. 4 other hosts, I'm sorry. The JRI girls will be there.
The dollar girls.
The JRI girls, yeah. The JRI girls are girls that come on and do specials. It gives the host a break. Bathroom, drink of water, wipe his face down or whatever. The JRI girls come on and they do a special, at least 3 to 4 during the show. And they're tough because some work with us, some leave, but we're going to have a slew of new JRI girls coming over the summer. And it's 99% guys, so it's nice to see a nice pretty face on there once in a while.
Exactly.
You know? Who wants to see this old mug right here? Nobody wants.
Charlie,
they're on today. They should pop up today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next show
Charlie,
we'll do them. We'll do them.
you know,
This is up on our site.
we were with you in the infancy stages, if you recall, of JRI cards. It's probably at the very beginning. My question is, it's just mind-boggling how you've gone from, I think originally, Charlie, what did you do? One night a week for a couple of hours? You're initially,
yeah, every
right?
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday night, a couple of hours, and now you're doing 6, soon to be 7 days a week. How many hours a day?
Well, it was when we were going live 3 or 4 times a week, it was 6 to 10. Then it went 6 to 11. Then it went 6 to 12. Then it went 5 to 12. Now we have 2 hosts, 5 to 7 and 7 to 11 or 12. 6 days a week. I did a show on Sunday, our last Sunday before Ripomania. We're like, why not? Let's do a show. Let's see how it goes. I was there. I thought I was going to do the show maybe from like till 10 o'clock. I was there till after midnight. Just ripping. I mean, not talking, ripping constantly.
So, and Charlie, I mean, obviously, you know how many people are watching, how many people are involved, correct?
Yes.
Wow. That's incredible.
It's, what it is? We want to, when we're live, it's important because a lot of people have commitments. They're on vacation. They're at their kid's baseball game. They're with their wife at the in-laws, doing something.
Sure. No. Yeah.
I'm fascinated, Charlie. Where are all these packs bubbling up from, and how are they landing at JRI cards?
JRI's got probably, I'll go on the record, one of the largest inventories in the world of vintage packs. We have almost every year covered. Sometimes they get a little challenging to get. Various auctions, estates, customers that want to sell us their sealed product. Here's the best part why customers want to sell us their sealed product, because I'm not going to take that pack and put it in my safe deposit box.
Right.
We're going to open it. And everyone wants to know what's in there. So when JRI, Tom or Lou, if you guys have a pack and you're dying to know what's in it, but you don't have the calhoons to open it, you give it to us. We buy it for you, give you a fair price, and we list it. And you can sit back and go, oh my God, thank God I sold it. Or, oh my God, did I just sell a pack that had Willie Mays in it? I mean, I don't know.
Charlie, do you ever do business, like buy stuff from like the baseball card exchange, or
yeah, baseball card exchange, every auction house that appears on your show, Love of the Game to Heritage to REA to Memory Lane, Mile High. There's so many of them now that are out there. And then again, private collectors will call us. People email us. We don't really advertise that we buy, but people know we're looking for items out there. And the inventory just keeps going. We have 300 products up there. So if 10 fall off, we have 290, and it gives us time to locate these. I make a joke. We can't walk into Walmart and go, do you have any 1970 baseball packs? They'll probably have you escorted out of the store.
I'm fascinated by this because we asked this question about individual cards for years. When is the flow going to stop? When are they going to stop finding cards in attics and understairs? Do you ever worry about the flow for unopened packs?
Every day for a while, but the more I see it, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of packs in people's attic. It's rare, and people just don't sell it. So it's a catch-22. It's like the diamond district. There's a lot of diamonds out there, but when you go to the store, they only show you 5 or 6. Obviously, a lot of the 50s packs, honestly, we've seen dry up. We're going to be looking at a 59. We opened up a 59, 58, 57. And we make sure it's got to be who's in that pack. It can't be somebody personally tied to it. Hey, I paid $10,000 for the pack. I'm going to say, well, listen, the top card in that pack's only $1,000. So I don't know if it's not worth opening at that point. Mickey Mantle series are big also.
Well, Charlie, so if you go back to the history of JRI cards, what is the single most cello pack the single most expensive or valuable cello pack that you've ever opened?
Boy, the 1957, we opened a first series with a lot of good stars in there. 1958 football, we pulled 4 Jim Browns. And we opened up I'm going to guess, maybe 15 or about 20 packs of 58 football. Wow. They're becoming increasingly hard to find, but there's only 132 cards in the set. and we pulled 4 Jim Browns. We're
That's
trying
crazy.
to find. We're trying to find the 10. There is no 10, but a 9 sells for close to $1 million, and we have one up there right now. Actually, a 1958 football card, 132 in the set. And Jim Brown's rookie card, even in an 8.5, is worth a couple $100,000. And listen, if it popped up today, is it worth $1 million? We don't know. You guys probably see prices also. We scratch our heads sometimes.
It's crazy.
What's going? It's
Yeah,
not
what
a
about-
bubble. It's a bubble with certain. Not even a bubble. There's certain players. Here's my take, real quick. Michael Jordan. You guys know we open up a lot of modern product. We see Wilt Chamberlain, we see Jerry West in these modern products. They slip them in there, Jabbar and et cetera. No Michael Jordan. Prism, Tops, anything. No Michael Jordan. He already stated, I'm not going to. I don't know. I don't know the reason. He doesn't need the money. It's not about a money thing. He just doesn't want his card. I'm guessing, if I could speak for Michael, in the modern cards. He wants people to chase the 86, 87, 88. 89, those sky boxes in. And I don't know. What's your guys' take on that? Should his legacy be in the modern or?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, again, the ultimate car is the 86. And I look at Michael as a vintage guy. You know what I mean? That's the way I've always looked at it. But I know he's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have an answer, but yeah, I mean, I consider him a vintage guy, but some of the stuff that's coming out now is, crazy. Just
We
absolutely crazy.
offer the Skybox. Remember the old Fleer Skybox?
Sure.
For some reason, these precious metal gems and essentials cards, very tough to pull, but they're upwards to about $500,000.
Well, let me tell you something. With the book that we're writing, we're doing a chapter. We've been working closely with Nat Turner from PSA, and Nat has he's got both the red and the green, both red and green. He's got a complete red set, the highest, yeah. And then he's got all but 3, I believe, of the precious metal gem greens. He's missing 3 cards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe to get into one of our shop packs.
I mean, I mean, you know what those things are worth, and he's been on a mission to find those 3 cards.
They're very hard. It's like a treasure hunt. It really is. It's like on a boat and you're out there.
And it's a beautiful card. Charlie, what about Pokemon? Do you get into Pokemon at all?
We offered one product. They've went up a lot in value, so we took a step back. We're not into the bubbles. Jordan, yeah. We know Jordan will always do well, but cartoon figures of Pokemon, very popular. You mentioned the West Palm Beach show. I think we talked about this.
It was like
Half the tables were
60%.
Pokemon.
Yeah, that was a little disheartening. Yeah, when Joe Marino and I, it was like 60% Pokemon.
All Pokemon, yeah. So we have one pack up there. We've done them in the past before, but right now we're taking just a little time out to see what's going on with the pricing and what's in there and what kids are collecting them. Is it a fad? Like, Yu-Gi-Oh kind of disappeared a little bit. SpongeBob came out. Disney came out with some new products from Topps. The Mickey Mouse is worth a lot. That's a little different because we all have.
So let's say, I mean, if you got your hands, let's go back. Let's go back to the 50s or 60s. If you got your hand on an unopened Davy Crockett from the Disney series, a Davy Crockett with Fess Parker, is there anything there? Would there be any interest in something like that?
No, not much more there. Those are the packs I collect. I got Soupy Sales. I got Marvel comic book heroes. The non-sports not there. The horrors of war, they're just not getting enough time. They need publicity. We have a Munsters pack up there from 1966 that we open up with Herman Munster and Grandpa and all those. But I asked one of our hosts, "Have you ever seen the show The Munsters?" He goes, "Is it at the theaters or what? Is it on Netflix?" I'm like, "What?" Adam's Family, Gilligan's Island. When we open up a Brady pack, we play the opening of the Brady Bunch song. Here's a story about a man named Brady. And I asked the 2 of the younger guys, I go, "Do you know what show that's from?" They go, "No." I go, "It's the Brady Bunch."
Unbelievable. All right, listen, we're going to take a break. We come back, Charlie. One thing that I've always admired, and you do a hell of a job with it, some of the charity stuff that you guys do. We're going to talk about
we'll touch upon that. Yes.
Yeah, I want to touch upon that. We come back and We have another segment, our last segment with Charlie. I'm going to miss you. I wish you were at the National, but,
I'm going to go next year. Where is it next year?
It's in Chicago again.
Chicago again. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's
good to see everybody. Everybody I buy from, auctions here or there.
They're all there. They're all there. I mean, you could go just to buy. You know what I mean? Just on a buying trip there, for crying out loud.
Yes, exactly. Right.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. One more segment to go. Hang in there. We shall return.
Is a family-owned and operated online auction specializing in autographed memorabilia, sports cards, coins, art, and collectibles. Since their founding in 2010, they've grown to 2 facilities in Phoenix, Arizona, totaling over 60,000 square feet. Jared Cavalier and an incredible staff of over 150 team members serve a very large customer base and enjoy every minute of it. By working with leading authentication companies, Pristine ensures all items are 100% authentic. In addition, third-party authenticators regularly travel to Pristine Auction to provide authentication services on site. Pristine Auction strives to operate its business in a way that's honoring to God, their families, and their customers. With a strong focus on speed, quality, and premier customer service, their mission is to be the leading online auction for every level of collector and fan. Pristine also works for Hope and Identity Hoops International, traveling to Mexico to build houses for the less fortunate. Pristine Auction offers several online auction formats with thousands of auctions ending each day. For more information, go to pristineauction.com. That's Pristine Auction, the best in the business.
If you are a discerning collector interested in owning the most important pieces in the hobby, look no further than Leland's Auctions. The original sports auction and appraisal house, Leland's was established in 1985 by legendary Pioneer founder Joshua Leland Evans. And today, President Mike Hefner carries on their tradition. From the Tom Brady card and memorabilia collection to the famed Boston Garden auction to high-end card auctions from every major sport, Leland's has always maintained the highest standards. Go to Lelands.com and get your bid in. That's Leland's, the hobby's leading sports auction house for 4 decades.
It's often been said that championships are won on the practice field, and world records come only to those willing to work harder than everybody else. Heritage Auctions is the world's largest collectibles auctioneer because we believe that becoming the best is only an invitation to the challenge of remaining the best. This requires the skills of the hobby's top experts, capable of identifying and maximizing value for our consignors. It requires the most visited website in the industry, courting a global audience of collectors over 1.5 million strong. It requires a dedicated press department that expands our global reach far beyond the entrenched hobby marketplace. It's hard work, but a simple premise. Present the finest collectibles to the largest population of potential buyers, and world records will come. We invite all listeners to put the unmatched power of Heritage Auctions to work for you. Auction evaluations are always free, and our commission-based fee structure ensures that our interests are always aligned. The highest possible price for your collectibles. There will always be new world records to chase, so let's chase them together. Visit our website at ha.com and request your no-obligation review today.
Hi, this is Dan from Memory Lane Auctions here to remind you that the renowned Memory Lane Collectibles Company has served as a beacon of light to the collecting community for the past several decades. Indeed, folks, it has been our utmost privilege and pleasure to provide the most enthusiastic collectors with an abundance of the finest sports cards and memorabilia for America's most coveted sports personalities via our world-class auctions. Whether you choose either a private sale transaction or the auction route, Memory Lane cordially invites you to reach out to us to maximize the value of your prized possessions. Also, it is not just sales that we pride ourselves on being the best of the rest, because if you are seeking a particular keepsake for your esteemed gathering, we will be relentless in our quest to find that special piece to fulfill your collecting dreams. So no time to wait. Reach out to us today for the purposes of capitalizing on our unparalleled marketing capabilities. Simply pick up the phone and dial 877-606-5263. That's 877-606-LANE, or find us on the World Wide Web at www.memorylaneinc.com. Now is the time for your valued consignment to ultimately become another one of Memory Lane's record-setting prices.
All right, we are back. My paisan, my Sicilian paisan, Charlie Parino's in-house. Charlie, when are you going to go to Sicily?
Boy, I got to talk to you about that. I got to get out of the heat here. It's so hot.
I talked to my brother. My brother said he would give you the royal treatment.
Oh, all right. When's the best couple of months to go, real quick? Not to take
fall.
up
The fall.
During football?
Either October, September, October, or March, April.
Okay, March and April could work. Maybe even in September early.
I mean, I see you. I'm telling you, man. I
will see your brother. Yes, and
but I see you coming back with an absolutely drop dead gorgeous Sicilian wife.
Ooh, I may have to go tomorrow.
That's
of course, I'll come back with a big belly too, but that's what I'm more concerned about.
Hey, Charlie, tell us before we get into the charity work you guys do. How about giving your crew a shout out? Walk us through your crew, because I know the two boys are involved, but you got a great crew. They're personable. Tell us about your crew.
All right, the crew is my two boys, Sammy and Marco. Sammy does all the technology background, and he has a team behind him of about six other guys there also. So it's Sammy to our technology team with 6 under them. Then we got Money Marco. He does the marketing. He's our marketing, Instagram, Facebook. We're now going on TikTok also. We're starting to see a good response.
Wait a minute. Did Marco just get married? Who got married? Marco
got married, yes, and he was in Italy for 2 weeks.
Right.
He's still working off the weight, but he does the marketing, and he has a team under him. So we outsource a lot of our marketing there. We got the JRI girls. That's Tiffany. That's Kim, and a couple of them went away for the summer. It's very common, it's the travel season, so they're there. And then we got 4 hosts. Jelly, his name's Jared, but we call him the Jelly Man. His nickname's Jelly. It's just kind of stuck. Then we got MCH. He's almost about 10 years younger than me, so he brings a little bit more of that vintage knowledge. As I am the oldest, and my days of doing the show with my voice, Sinatra made it sing until 70, 80, but I'm starting to fumble my words a little bit. And it gets kind of, I remember when Sinatra forgot the words to My Way, it broke my heart. And I'm like, oh no, don't tell me I'm going to say a 75 baseball pack. Who's in it again? Who's George Brett?
If that's the hurdle, Charlie, we'd have been off the air 10 years ago.
Exactly. So I got to keep taking my vitamins. There's MCH. Then there's Bobby Z. He's got the mustache. He's our youngest host, but he looks like a 70s dude with the mustache. And then there's Worthy. He's more of a personality, similar like the Pat Summerall. He's got that good monotone, good ripping. So every show host has a different one. We are looking maybe for another show host, especially when we go live on Sunday. And that could be a female, or we need somebody with a Southern accent. So if anybody out there watching, we need a y'all, one of those Southerners to go out, Alabama type.
Oh, yeah, you're in Florida, man. You should be able to find someone down there.
And we want to find a girl that knows sports. I think that's way overdue in this business to have a female ripper. They got to know a lot of the products. We have 300 products, so you got to know the vintage, the modern, the Tiger Woods to C-3PO and Star Wars. Oh, I can touch upon Star Wars real quick. What's going on in that 77, 78 series? Luke Skywalker, you guys probably saw 600,000 in a 10. Little heads up, something's going on with Star Wars out there and the non-sport, which we always like to see.
Very interesting.
All right, Charlie, let me bring up the cloud on the horizon here and get your opinion on it. What about ripping and breaking in terms of gambling possibility and things like that?
All right, before that, real quick, and there's a bunch of other guys I forgot to mention in the back office. We have trackers. We have other guys that come in and do some coordinating, and we have other guys that do some work in JRI. But we have a lot of people behind the man here with the hat and working and doing hard. Back to the ripping and gambling, you said?
Yeah, about the possibility of gambling legislation and gambling.
No, I don't. It's not. We had a big Florida attorney check this out. It's not really gambling. Life's a gamble in general. You go to a football game and it could be 46-10. New England over the, Bears over New England. I hated to pick that. Sorry about that. You're not guaranteed anything, whether it's a ball game or whether it's a pack of cards, but we try to make it fun. We don't, we hit, when we open product, we send everybody their cards and we try to make it an experience as well. In these packs could contain cards that are worthless, cards that are worth a lot, or cards that are worthless that may be worth a lot. And we've seen that over several different athletes and or players out there that we're like, who is this guy? Why is he? The modern guys can have the biggest jumps. Obviously,
Go ahead, Lou. What are you going to ask?
No, it's just my opinion is they're just looking for tax money, and it's
they are.
If Kalishi isn't gambling, I don't know what gambling is.
I know, really. Charlie.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. What were we gonna say?
Everybody's gambling now on sports, which, back in the 80s, you had your local bookmaker maybe with a payphone, but everybody's gambling on sports. I view this as more of an entertainment where you're trying to collect cards, whether you're 70 years old, 60, 50, or 20s. And I think these cards are always a great investment going forward. Outside of a couple of, curveballs here or there with some players like Franco and Zion, and even Mike Trout fell off a little bit because he couldn't get on a good team. Overall, cards of Nolan Ryan, Michael Jordan, Bird, Magic, and pick a player have historically have gone up overpriced. Mickey Mantle card. I got some Joe DiMaggio cards, and I used to check them once a year. I'm checking them every 3 months. I'm like, how much?
Really?
Should I sell it? No. Next year. How much? No. And it's tough.
Charlie, so let's talk about the charity work. I know that you have some of your breaks are kind of geared for charity work. Can you kind of tell us about that?
It's the Independence for Veterans. We've been dealing with them for about 6-7 years. It's independenceforveterans.org. It's a private company. They have big exposure across the country. They've held several benefits and events. They help the homeless vets, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, and the Coast Guard. Somebody mentioned, what about the Space Force, where they're not homeless? They're out in outer space. I don't know what's going on with those guys, but we appreciate what the work they're doing. And we have 17 items under a specific charity break where if you buy into that pack or shop pack or wax pack, portion of net proceeds will go to the independenceforveterans.org. They hand deliver the goods, which is important. So there's no red tape. Stacia McDonough, she's the chairwoman of the board of that company. Her husband was a vet. He passed away on 4th of July a while back, and she set her lifetime goal is to raise money for these homeless vets out there. They're becoming a little bit more, World War II is getting very, there are not that many around, but we're talking Vietnam, Desert Storm. Those guys are now in that category. Guys that fought for our country and have no home, no legs, no arms, and all they need is blankets and maybe a laptop, and they need a little push and a little heart start. And she does that, and it's a great cause.
Charlie, do you communicate when you're on the air? Do you commiserate with your audience? In chats or talking?
Yes, that's all part of the entertainment philosophy upon JRI. It's a community, and when we open up a high-end pack that could possibly contain one of those precious metal gems, the viewers come in because everyone's on a need-to-know basis. Will that be the card? Every host knows that if you pull possibly, in some of our packs, up to $1 million card, that you could be all over the internet. And every host roots each other on, but the camaraderie in our chat is there. We've had customers that have been here with us for 8 years. Customers that come on, hobby, you're hot, then you're cold, you're in and out.
Sure.
But we have guys coming back, and they just give us a woo. That's our big trademark, is give us a woo in the chat. Say hello. I still have that. We still have a customer that pulled a 74 Hank Aaron, came back a PSA 9. And he comes in once in a while and goes, I still got the card. And it's great.
Interesting. Hey, I want to talk about our pal, Michael Variali, and his unique business model, Sports Cards, the Hobby. Michael takes pride in educating collectors about the ins and outs of the hobby, and he will advise you on making sound decisions based on your collecting needs. You can follow him on Instagram at Sports Cards, the Hobby, or on Facebook. And while you're there, check out their super rare collection of unique Ken Griffey Jr. signed rookie cards and others. To learn the value of your collection and event schedule, visit sportscardsthehobby.com or call or text 631-339-0900. Educating, buying, selling, and trading is Sports Cards, the hobby. Charlie, PSA. PSA, obviously, a lot of people have been waiting and waiting and waiting. I know the lead times are out there for PSA. Millions and millions of cards, and got caught up with them. And they are investing $200 million in their infrastructure over the next year or two, and they're going to hire 1,000 people. Do you help? If I ask Charlie Parino, if I have a card, you rip that card, you open it up, will you grade that card for me if I ask you?
Yes, absolutely. If it's a high-end card, we send it off to PSA. We grade it for free. It eliminates the back and forth. We send it to PSA. Sometimes if it's a high-end card, we got a Tiger Woods autograph came back at 10. We have a LeBron card Tom Brady 2000 Bowman came back at 9. And that price went up like 5-fold over the last couple of years.
So do you determine, like you're saying, a high-end card? So you're going to say to them, listen, this isn't worth it, or it is worth it getting.
Okay, so here's what we do. We open the pack live, and the host, who doesn't have time to research it because we're ripping constantly, he'll put a GR on there. Now, it doesn't stand for great rip. It's a grading review. And the next day, our team will look at it, and we'll make the assessment, hey, we'll grade this for free. Or the customer may say, no, just send it out to me. I don't want to grade it. So it's an option, but we will send it out. And if we pull an 86 Jordan and it looks really good, we may even express that because we want to know if this customer is getting a 10 out there. So
very cool.
It's a good little feature. And then when the cards come back to JRI, it's called a grade parade. We play parade music and we showcase the card, who pulled it, and the grade. And we always argue the grade. Even if it's a 10, we argue the grade. Because it's like the refs. You got to argue.
All right. And don't forget, you got to have insurance, Lou. What about our friends at Finkelmeyer?
Well, the Finkelmeyer Insurance Agency has been insuring collectibles since the early 80s. The late Tom Finkelmeyer wrote the original sports memorabilia insurance policy when no one else in the industry was insuring sports collectibles. A lifelong collector of sports cards, Tom Sr. instilled the love of collecting in Tom Jr., who's the current president of the Finkelmeyer Insurance Agency. Tom Finkelmeyer Jr., with 3 decades of insurance experience, has paired that expertise with 50 years of collecting, and with a litany of professional designations, including counseling and risk management. Tom covers every aspect of your collectibles insurance needs. Unlike some companies that just sell collectibles insurance directly to the consumer online, Finkelmeyer Insurance Agency is the only independent retail agent who specializes in sports memorabilia and collectibles nationwide. Representing all major companies that sell collectibles insurance, there's no agent that insures more collectors, dealers, appraisers, auctioneers, or events in the collectibles hobby than Finkelmeyer Insurance. Our good friend and hobby legend John Tovey of JT Sports has been using Finkelmeyer Insurance for over 20 years. For more information, go to thefia.com. That's thefia.com. That's Finkelmeyer Insurance, where collecting is our passion.
All right, Charles. I think we're just about out of time, Charlie. And go ahead.
Give me 30 seconds. And Lou, great point. JRI, we pulled a lot of cards 4 or 5 years ago. I remember some Ohtani cards we pulled that we didn't grade on the house because they were worth about 100, 150. Now they're worth 400 or 500. And Lou, you make a great point. Everybody out there watching, if you have a collection at home and you don't think it's worth a lot, don't think. Go on there, use vintage card prices, check some comps. And if these cards are worth a lot, I urge everybody not to buy, not to sell them or not to hold on to them, but insure them, because
you would be
it's worth
shocked,
$500 could be worth in the thousands now.
Charlie, you would be shocked as to how many people that we know have collections worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and are not insured. Just
flood,
crazy.
fire, theft. I mean, it's insane.
I mean, there's one individual that it's just crazy, man. Crazy. No, it's just nuts.
Talked about checking your values every 3 months. I'm guessing some people would be shocked how much their collections are worth right now.
Absolutely. No doubt. No doubt. All right, listen, we're going to be at the National. We're going to be heading out on tomorrow and looking forward to it. Stop by. We're going to be doing the show on the Burkus stage, 2nd floor, Hall G, right near where all the big exhibits are. We've got tons of giveaways, unopened packs. We got the famous Great American Collectibles rubber nervous balls that Rico created, the squeeze balls. Rico's a riot. When Rico's on stage with us up there for 2 hours, as he's talking, he's throwing these balls out to the audience, and by the time the show is finished, he can't lift his arm. It's hysterical. Charlie, how can people reach you?
In closing, jricards.com. There's still 4.5 days to get involved with our Ripomania. So if you're at the National and you want a little downtime at night, feel free to watch us. Feel free to participate. $15,000 in prizes from our new studio, and we'll be live all day Saturday. So if you have a little break from the National, you want to go back to the hotel, watch some live ripping, might as well just soak it all in. I'll be live Sunday giving away that pack. It's Ripomania 2, and I tell you right now, we're not disclosing it, but Ripomania 3 is going to be even bigger and better out there. jricards.com.
Charlie, we're looking forward to seeing you this winter. As I said, we're going to be heading down there somewhere around right after the first of the year, and we're going to be there probably till May this year. So we're
right after Christmas. Okay, so we'll pursue that show at March at the West Palm.
I'm going to look into it. Lou and I will work it all out. We'll contact when I get down there. We'll contact the people at the West Palm Beach show and go from there. I think a simulcast would be awesome.
That would be great. A lot of giveaways. All
right. With that being said, Charlie, JRR Cards, Mike Paisan, thanks for coming on board. Louis, I will see you when I get back. By the way, just FYI programming note, after today's show, the next 2 weeks are going to be the show that we do at the National. Mm-hmm. Next week will be the first hour of the show, and the second week will be the second hour of the show. And we're going to throw in a nice little special package, a special one-on-one interview with hobby legend Joe Orlando that is going to be really, really good. With that being said, hang in there. Have a great week and happy collecting.
Say hi to Rico for me.
I will. Happy collecting.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.